morning and welcome to Good Morning BSN. Good Morning BSN. My name is Oke Okere, and it is my pleasure to welcome you all to our Tuesday Zoominar at this early hour. I want to thank everybody for joining. Our program, Good Morning BSN, is organized by the BSN Impact Center for Great Leadership. The center is an initiative of Business School Netherlands, and it is generously founded by the Culture Factor Group, formerly known as Host Data Insights, and it is sponsored by the new energy company, Chint Global. Our Impact Center for Great Leadership is a platform where BSN alums and other managers and leaders from companies and society meet to share insights and to create new practical knowledge. You can also contact us in the center for in-company programs to grow your talent and your teams within organizations. In Business School Netherlands, we recognize that great leadership rests on 4 pillars: responsible leadership, decision-making leadership, change leadership, and performance leadership. Our Zoominar will focus on one of these great pillars each week. And in each episode, leaders like you will share their experiences, and we all will learn something that we can apply in our organizations, in our business, or in our work lives. Every time we have these sessions, our sessions start at 8:15 a.m. Central European Time, and they end at precisely 8:53 a.m. to give you a break before your working day starts. On Good Morning BSN today, our topic is Leading with Insight, Successful Leaders in the AI Revolution. This topic explores part of decision-making leadership, which is one of the 4 pillars of great leadership that we at BSN believe are crucial to making a difference in your organization and your world. Today, we have with us to talk about leading with insight, Havan Amin and Adedayo Odubanjo, and they will be discussing this topic today. Havan, who is our presenter today, is an IT advisor and IT project manager with Debunking, a Google Cloud partner. He is an expert in artificial intelligence, robotic process automation, and business administration. He is also an international certified coach and excellence award winner. Welcome, Havan. Adedayo, our reflector, she is also in the IT space. She is the group human resource manager for Nigeria's leading IT and infrastructure services company, Tranta IT. We welcome both of you to Good Morning BSN. Thank you so much for agreeing to share your wealth of experience with us. Right now, I will hand over to Havan. Havan, over to you. Please make your presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So good morning, all. Good morning to this presentation about AI. I'm thrilled to delve deeper into the fascinating realm of artificial intelligence with you. And just by starting, AI is more than just a technological tool. It represents a transformative like shift in how we approach various aspects of our lives. And as we explore its multifaceted impact, it becomes evident that AI is not merely a facilitator, but also a catalyst for reshaping the dynamics of businesses and the future landscape of employment. AI, at its core, it's a sophisticated assistant, particularly adept at handling vast amounts of information or data. And its proficiency extends beyond mere efficiency. And it empowers businesses and leaders to make intelligent designs and intelligent decisions and forecast future scenarios. The true essence lies in businesses becoming adept at understanding and also fulfilling the wants and needs of individuals. And this shift signifies a paradigm, like where AI contributes significantly to a more personalized, customer centric approach. Can you please share the presentation, Arthur? Yes, thanks so much. So by starting this presentation, it's about artificial intelligence, and it's also leading with insight. Successful leaders in the AI revolution need a basic information platform to get their information, to make right decision with all the possibility that AI gives them. Okay, please go to the next slide, Arthur. So today I want to talk about a short summary of the presentation is about the history of AI, where did it all start, and the founding fathers, 10 myths about AI, which are really being shared by a lot of people in the IT space and a lot of people in the world not knowing what AI really is right now and which development phase it is. The skills of the future, which kind of skills do you need to get ahead of all the people that are right now using AI in the AI world, and a step-by-step guide that how do I start? How do you start working with AI? How do you implement that as a leader or as a company in this world? And I will give later a short summary, and then we have some time for questions and answers. So by starting the history of AI, okay, go to the next slide, please, Arthur. So the history of AI, so artificial intelligence emerged in the 1950s, and it actually was about exploring, and scientists began to explore how machines could mimic the human intelligence. How can we do things the same way as humans do? And in these days, people always thought that artificial intelligence would, in 10 years, change the world and become a superhuman, and all the people will lose their jobs. And so the development was fueled by technological advancement after the World War II, because everything was just collapsing and they needed something to hold on and to develop in the IT world. So that's where AI started. Next, please. So the founding fathers, three important names in the AI world are Alan Turing, John McCarthy, and Marvin Minsky. Alan Turing was a prominent mathematician and a computer scientist, and he developed the Turing machine, which is nowadays also used in very small amounts of machine powering systems to develop AI and to train AI. And he introduced the concept of computational logic. So John McCarthy organized the Dartmouth Conference in 1956. And this conference, he talked about the development of AI and the importance of AI. And this is where all started and as a catalyst for the AI world. He developed the programming language LISP, and this also led to the development of more computational power for the AI world. And he also established artificial intelligence as a field of study. And its last, Marvin Minsky, he researched neural networks. He was really interested in the human cognition, and he contributed to the development of AI models, which we nowadays know. Next slide, please. So 10 myths about AI, which is really important to know, because nowadays a lot of experts in the world of AI share a lot of things to scare people on social media, on LinkedIn, on Facebook. Even my grandmother sends me things about AI, how next year we'll all be dead because AI is taking over the world because it's so developing. But these kind of stories are headlines for their posts, headlines for their newspapers, headlines for everything they want people to think about, because headlines in newspaper or headlines on LinkedIn makes them money, and when it makes them money, more investors, for example, will invest in their idea or invest in their businesses for getting these things out, because then investors will think, oh my God, this company is really working with AI and changing the world. So that's why a lot of VCs, venture capitalists, are now backing a lot of AI startups in Europe. Billions and billions of dollars are going into the industry, and it is really 90% of them are going to the companies are going to die in maybe 1 or 2 years. So one of the myths is AI fully understands human emotions. AI cannot yet understand all the human emotions. It really needs a lot of data to become human-like. And even then, the human intelligence is so powerful that even AI cannot mimic that in the coming 5 or 10 years, the same level as they tell you that it will mimic. And AI will always be superior to human intelligence. No, AI always will need human intelligence to have data to become human-like. It will never be a human because it's still not developed yet to that level that it will become like a superior human in the world. So it still needs some time. I think in the coming 5 years, it will change a little bit by bit, but it will always need human intelligence for the data, because you always need data to develop this AI system, these AI models. And AI will always be flawless and inevitable. No, AI makes a lot of mistakes, so that's important to know. When you use ChatGPT, for example, or use any other AI platform, just be careful that the AI, what the AI is reproducing, is actually one of the things is it will get information from you, share it with another person, and you might think that it's the right information that's shared by you, but this AI is trained by the model, by the information that it gets, by the data, and it thinks that the information it's providing it's a good information. So that's why you always need to be aware of that it's not flawless. AI will completely replace human jobs. I believe we work very closely with Google. We are in the same building as Google, also in Amsterdam Zuidas. So I can tell you that AI will not replace human jobs. It will change the human jobs. It will internally change the way we do things. It will internally change the way, for example, I don't know if you know about RPA. RPA is for robotic process automations. Sometimes you can even use RPAs, like these robots, to change your processes, the things you're working on a daily basis. For example, if you're always doing the same thing and reading your email, sending some email back to the clients, these things can be done by AI or robotic process automation, but it will make your job easier, and you will have a lot of more time that you can invest in your company, invest in your idea, invest in the work you do, and that will make your job not worthless, but it will actually make it more productive. That's what we'll do. AI possesses an consciousness and self-awareness. Not yet. They are working on it right now, but it will still need a lot of data. So it will take more than 5 to 10 years before even that happens. AI can solve everything without human intervention. That's also not true. It needs a lot of human intervention. Just be careful when you use ChatGPT or any other AI model to ask things or share information and data with, because these AIs, these data centers, get your information and they will use it, maybe not yet, but later, maybe against you, when these AI models are trained on your model or on your data. Maybe your company will be outdated because of the fact that the AI will use it against you as a threat. AI can think autonomously and make decisions like humans. That's also not true. It's because it needs a lot of human interventions. Right now, for example, if you type something into ChatGPT, sometimes it needs some kind of intervention before you get the right answer that you're looking for. So these models are not yet really developed to that level that it will actually make decisions like humans. The last three, AI will always advance and never stagnate. That's not true. When AI doesn't get any data from us as humans, from the data engineers, from the machine learning engineers, it will not be trained. It cannot advance without us. And AI understands the complete meaning of human language. That's also not true. It still needs data, and AI is always objective and free from bias. No, that's also not true, because it depends on what kind of information it's fed by their maker. So it really depends on what kind of data it's trained on. You go to the next slide, please. Okay. So skills of the future in an AI-driven world, certain skills are crucial. It's crucial for society, the labor market. It's crucial for you as a leader to use these skills to make sure that you are ahead of the game, and that you are that you know what's going to happen with AI, but you also can develop your own skills to make sure that you can use AI in your advantage. So data literacy. So I'm always talking about data. Data is really important. Know how data works. For example, we as a company, we work really closely with Google Cloud also, and we implement Google Cloud possibilities as companies. And data literacy is really important because of the fact that you have to know what kind of data is shared by the AI, and also understand the data that you are sharing with the AI, because you have to know how to train the AI and how to develop your AI. For example, internally, it needs a lot of data, but you have to know what kind of data you're using, or what kind of data, what the data is able to do. And maybe you need some research in your own company just to know where to get the data from in your own company. So that's really important. Critical thinking, it's really important because of the fact that you have to know that AI is not flawless. Like I told you in the last slide, AI can make mistakes. You have to be very critical when AI gives you an advice on how to do things. Just don't take it by any way that it's the truth. Just make sure that you use critical thinking to develop a mindset that you will always check 2 or 3 times before you even implement something that is AI is also giving you, because of the fact that AI can also go nuts. AI will come up with ideas that are not true. So just make sure that you use critical thinking when you implement these things. Creative thinking, you have to be creative to teach the AI, for example, on how to solve certain things in your company which the AI cannot think about because it doesn't have the data. So you use creative thinking to come up with an idea. You use data literacy to know which data to feed the AI, and you use critical thinking to know that when the AI gives you an idea, how to implement that. Also really important is problem solving. Problem solving as in you have to make sure that you as a leader always on ahead of your game, know how to solve your own business problems without even asking the AI. And even before asking the AI, come up with your own answers, come up with your own ideas, how you think things will go and how you think things needs to go, and then you can use AI to give you an advice, and then you can make sure that you use creative thinking before implementing the idea. Collaborating with AI is also really important. Just know how to use AI in your advantage, and make sure that you have a lot of AI tools right now. And a lot of people told me that right now, the AI world is flooded by new ideas and new AI models, thousands of them being released every month. But to be honest, not all of them, most of them are based on really a couple of simple AI models, which they are training on, and then they use it to make certain apps within these AI models, and then they sell it to you as a new idea, sell it to you as a new big idea that they're using. But actually, if you're smart enough, you can use certain AI models to do certain things, which usually you have to pay for it at another company, and then they sell it to you as a new idea. And interpersonal skills, that is really important, because like AI doesn't have the interpersonal skills. If you know how to collaborate with AI, if you know how which kind of data the AI give you, or which kind of data you have to feed the AI. If you use these skills with interpersonal skills, you will not be beaten by AI, because AI still needs your information, your data, to become the one you want them to become. Next, please. So a step-by-step guide, how do I start? I shared it last time I was at BSN with the presentation. I had a step-by-step, how do I start? Just start by research and understanding. Invest time in understanding what AI is and how it impacts various sectors. Just look for the AI solution that it will give your sector, your business sector, and invest some time in it, and make sure that you write out every step that you're taking right now in your company to do certain tasks. So use a flow chart to write out all of your daily tasks for as a company, as a person, and start on the top. Start with the biggest task, and make sure that there are subtasks, and you get more and more detailed about what you are exactly doing at your company, and how then you know how to change it, because of the fact that AI sometimes can only change a subtask instead of the big task. But if you have written it down, you can use maybe one AI model to solve all of them instead of just the subtask. So just be careful before you are going to pay for any AI models. Just make sure that you have task and subtask written down in details about your company, about the workers that you work at your company, and make sure that you know exactly what you are implementing and how it can solve your problems. Identify opportunities and challenges. So analyze specific areas within your company where I can add value and add efficiency, like I told you. So like with flow charts. Data evaluation, assess the available data within your organization. Look for the data which you are using right now. Make sure that you are getting this data from your own company, not from outside of your company, and make sure that you organize all of your data. So start by organizing your data. What kind of data do we have? How we do certain things at our company, the data about our like employees working at our company, the data about the presentations we give at other companies, the implementation we have at that. So make sure that you collect all the data and put it somewhere which is structured, because it's really important when you start working with AI and machine learning that you have a structured data set, because without a structured data set, you will just feed the AI a cocktail of information, and then without any yes, I got a question. So without that like structured data, you will get a cocktail of information that is fed to the AI, and also the AI will give you a cocktail of solutions, so you will not be able to use that solution that the AI gives you. So please make sure that your data is structured. So attract or train talent, bring AI experience into the company. Please don't go for the AI which is used on LinkedIn, AI expert doing this for 25 or 30 years. No one is doing that. Everyone started just a couple of years ago. AI started before even that, but not a lot of people used it. We knew Siri, for example, or any other like Android system we used. We knew AI by that, but we still didn't really understand how to use it. And these 5 years, last 5 years have been really interesting, and people started investing in AI when ChatGPT came out with ChatGPT 3. So please don't be delusional when you are attracting talent. Make sure that you do your research, which talent you're actually attracting. You could have better a data analyst at your company than an AI expert, because a data analyst will analyze all of your data and also structure it for you that you can use for future projects. And most of the things you can do yourself. So make sure that you know exactly who are you attracting, and also make sure that you're training your existing staff. Make sure that they are training them so they can be up to date with all the information about AI. And don't get your data from newspapers, please. No, from LinkedIn, not Facebook, anywhere else. Just go on the official websites of data analysts, for example, AI organizations. Just read the papers, read the research papers, and just know what you are talking about at your company. Next slide, please. So, like I told, start small projects, analyze specific areas within your company where AI can add value or enhance efficiency, and start small. Start with a small project, just a small project. How AI can be used to write emails, personal emails to your clients, for example. Just a start. Don't start with a big thing. I'm going to solve all of my business problems right now. AI can do that, but it needs a lot of time and a lot of investment to do that. Just start small. Start with your own project. Make a like a new link on your laptop or your computer. Just call it AI implementation plan, and then start small by researching at your company, and let also your employees and you yourself, as you are a business owner on yourself, just make sure that you use common sense when you are implementing an idea in your company. Consider partnerships. There are a lot of companies that want to be your partners. Collaborate with other people in your like your sectors. Make sure that you collaborate on some things, because you don't have to work against each other, but you can work together as a community to build some solutions that might be used. For example, if like a dentist has an idea how to analyze data about the teeth of their clients, he can collaborate with other dentists to get all the data from all of them, and then put it in one system and make sure that the AI is trained on these data. And then it will be a stronger solution than if you only feed your AI with just one data stream, and that is only your company. So collaborations can make your ideas bigger and also can make your company grow. Regulation and ethics, it's still not yet on that level. AI companies can still go around all the ethical and regulations, because when the EU is the parliament is using any law to enforce some things on the AI companies, the AI companies are ahead of the game. They can use something else to do the same thing and not look stupid at the European Parliament. So when the European Parliament is implementing something, it needs really a lot of time and investment, and these investment and time they don't have. So just to make sure for yourself to be online, just make sure that you consider legal and ethical consideration when collecting data or using AI for specific applications. And remember, when you automate a lot of processes in your company, please don't use greed as a way to make people lose their jobs at your company, but please use their time to do more things, to be more creative, to use that time.
Apologies, Havan. Really, our time is really going
Yes.
up. Apologies, I have to interrupt. We have to wrap up because of questions and reflections as well from our other speaker. My sincerest apologies. Do we back it up here and get the reflections, or do you have
you have 2 minutes, and then I will wrap
up? Could we make it a minute? Thanks.
We can make it a minute.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So training and awareness, train your new staff, and make sure that you use common sense. Next slide, please. Oh, that's next one, Arthur. So iterative improvements, incorporate feedback, and improve AI applications, and scale up with success. When you're successful with a small project, start a new one. Next one. In summary, so the symbolic relationship between AI and creativity is a testament of this technology. Contrary of the misconception that AI diminish human creativity, it really serves as a potent ally, augmenting our imaginative capacities. And also in fields like design, collaborating between AI and human inequity results in the creation of inspiration innovations, merging computational intelligence with the limitless bounds of human imagination. Just please make sure that when you use AI, use creative thinking, logical thinking, and don't be scared by all the headlines and newspapers you're reading every day, or on LinkedIn or on Facebook. That's about it.
Thank you very much, Havan. Thank you. Thank you. And very quickly, we will take a reflection from Adedayo Dubanjo.
Yes.
Adedayo, over to you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for the beautiful presentation, Havan. So I will be speaking on the myths and misconceptions about AI, because only by continuously reinforcing the benefits of AI and demystifying AI can we truly enjoy its benefits, both for personal growth and for business growth and success. Addressing the prevalent misconceptions about AI is pivotal in navigating its integration effectively. People are often worried about AI's role in the job market, the belief that it's beyond the reach of smaller businesses due to its complexity or cost. The misconception that AI possesses an all-knowing capability, and the concern that AI poses a threat to humanity itself. These myths, while understandable, sometimes overshadow the true essence and potential of AI. Havan already mentioned, the challenges with AI under the myths and how we should use AI effectively. So I believe that when we factor all this together, we'll be able to enjoy the true benefits of AI. It's essential to recognize that AI isn't solely about replacing jobs, but rather augmenting human potential and transforming tasks. While there are complexities, advancements in technology often become more accessible and affordable over time. For example, the OpenAI GPT, ChatGPT, which was released into the market in 2020, after releasing it and people started enjoying and using it, they continued to improve upon it because people had concerns. People had concerns about their data, about security, this ethical use of the chat GPT, and they continued to improve on it. And they have said that they will continue to improve on it. So while these complexities are there, the technology continues to be advanced and it has become more accessible and it will become more affordable over time, empowering businesses of various skills. Demystifying the notion of AI as an all-knowing entity highlights its limitations and reflects the necessity of human input and critical decision making, just like Havan already mentioned. You cannot use AI without the human input. And also, when you're using it, you have to critically ensure that you're using it effectively and efficiently. So when AI has given you the result of what you have imputed, you need to still review. You need to still make sure that it fits into what you really need to use it for by making necessary adjustments. So understanding these misconceptions allows us to have informed discussions, fostering a balanced perspective that harnesses AI's potential while responsibly navigating its implications. It's only this way we can pave the way for a more inclusive, ethical, and beneficial integration of AI into our lives and industries. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Adedayo, for your brief yet very insightful reflections into the presentation today. Now we're opening the floor for questions. If you have any questions or you would like to share anything, please indicate. You can type it in the chat box and I'll read it or call on you. Or you can also raise your hand and I will call on you as well. Questions going once, going twice. We just have a few minutes, actually, just a couple of minutes for questions. And while we're waiting for people, I read an interesting article yesterday about how technology moves sometimes even faster than we can imagine. The New York Times wrote an article saying that flight would not be developed in about 1 million years. They wrote the article in, I think it was in 1903. They predicted that it would take 1 million years to develop flight. And about 9 months later, the Wright brothers developed the airplane. So we don't know, maybe AI might move a lot quicker than we hear. Havan said 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. Who knows, maybe next week we might hear something very interesting.
That's a bit too fast, but everything is possible.
Yes, everything is possible. Any questions, reflections? I particularly like what he said about us learning how to work with AI. A quick question from Tom Daldero. Tom says, how to find the AI bias? How do we find the bias, AI? Tom, did I get your question correctly? How do we find the bias, AI bias? Havan, could you answer that to us in a minute?
Sure. So can you just tell me what you're exactly looking for? What kind of bias do you think about when you're asking this question?
Well, for example, if you use ChatGPT and you find the answers and you think to yourself, well, okay, I can enhance this answer by my expertise, but I also am curious about, is it biased, and how can I find out if I'm not the maker of the trained model? Sure.
So these AIs are really daily trained on the data that we all sharing with the AI. For example, ChatGPT example that you're using right now, we always use like the data, and it's always reproductive on these data. So it's reproducing the information that we have provided, and then it will give it back to you, just to make sure that you are an expert on the subjects you are asking the questions on. And the answers you get, you have to use critical thinking to make sure that the answer you're getting is also one-on-one with example, the mathematical solution that they're used by professor, or the solution that's used by the university in the world. So always make sure that you use critical thinking. What kind of information I'm getting from the AI, and also take this information and check it with other websites, or maybe on articles that you're using on your subject you're using the question on. So make sure that you're not believing the AI for what it's giving you, but you take this information and do your research yourself. So for example, let the AI give you a summary of the solution it's getting you, and then check one by one all the solution if it's right, it's the right answer it's giving you. So always check that. Never use it directly after you're copy and pasting it on something you're using.
Thank you, Havan. Thank you, everybody. And we have to actually put a stop here for the day. Next week, we shall discuss what is needed to accelerate industrialization in Africa. And we will be having Dr. Olumide Ajayi speak on that. As we wrap up, we want to say thank you again to Havan for your presentation, and to Adedayo for your reflections. To the audience, thank you for your participation and your questions. Team BSN, our corporate partners, Culture Factor Group, Change Global, thank you. See everybody next week. Looking forward to seeing you again. Bye-bye, and thank you for joining Good Morning BSN.